We welcome you to the podcast, voted one of the best in the marketing research industry in 2019 and again in 2020. This is Research Business Daily Report. We're known as the only daily research news video, and we have been that way for 10 years, bringing one important story every day to members of the research industry. Now, RBDR does rely on viewer support, and we'll tell you at the end of today's report how you personally can pitch in. I'm Bob Lederer, in my 26 years, the respected voice in market research. Competition for television and streaming viewers is truly heating up, and that means that set-top box ratings data, which frankly has been deemed insufficient for quite some time, has now entered an era where the TV networks have very little patience left. Such is their need for better and more data. In fact, our guest commentators today make the case why TV networks are making heavy investments in analytics. Because understanding why viewers elect to watch a program or to not watch a program is not just necessary, but it needs to be provided in real time. The co-founders of Tailwind Activation, Tom Markert and Doug Pierce, are going to detail for you the big picture and some very important micro elements. Gentlemen?
Thank you, Bob. The competition for television and streaming viewers is heating up. The new fall season for the networks is coming to a close. And of course, we're seeing winners and losers as we always have. But things are different this year. We all know that. For one thing, traditional movie theaters have not returned to what they were pre-COVID, and they may never indeed be what they once were. Everyone knows that in-home viewing is on the rise. American living rooms today, in many cases, look like a mini theater. And for most people, streaming on demand programming has gone from what's that not long ago to mainstream. Certainly the younger generation embraced streaming early on, and many have dropped cable television altogether. In fact, streaming program quality is getting better than ever. Witness runaway hits like Yellowstone, starring Kevin Costner, and Ted Lasso, starring Jason Sudeikis. Streaming is attracting the biggest of television stars. And what is all this heightened competition forcing networks and streamers to do? Well, they are now beginning to invest very heavily in both data and analytics, and we expect this to accelerate as marketers continue to compete for viewers. Historically, success was measured solely through the Nielsen ratings, but in today's world, ratings are but one measurement and nearly not enough to guide informed decision-making around multi-million-dollar investments in programming. You must know why the viewers are tuning in or turning out. And in the real-time world we live in today, market and viewer intelligence is everything. Course corrections can take a promising series that is underperforming in the ratings data from a loser to a winner. It's very similar to a professional sports coach. They can't go home after the game and call it a day. It's incumbent on them to go back to the film room and break down each game and figure out how to be better for the very next one. That's what the savvy networks and the savvy streamers are doing right now. The ratings data provides a measure of success, but the learning that is highly actionable is the why data. Doug, over to you.
In the TV program viewing business, the networks have to ask and get honest answers from real viewers to questions like, do you like the storylines? In the case of the new NBC hit La Brea, the answer is a resounding yes. Do the actors in the program you watch resonate with you? That's not always the case, but Shamar Moore in SWAT is a resounding yes. In the social messaging in my program, is the social messaging in my program on target? In the case of the United States of Al, it's the number one reason viewers are tuning in. A big social metric question Hollywood wants to answer is, do you talk about this program with friends and relatives? Word of mouth advertising has always worked. The answers to the crucial questions I just outlined are actionable for writers, directors, and producers, as well as advertisers. Often scripts are written fairly close to shoot dates, so real-time course corrections are possible. Predictive data is also not just available, but critical. Viewers are asked if they plan to tune in to the next episode, and those corresponding response rates provide a measure of viewer loyalty and satisfaction. Plus, they correlate highly with future ratings data. For as long as there have been television diaries and later set-top boxes, one of the burning questions demanded by media executives has been how many people are in the room watching an episode or an ad from the same device. We know that there are shows like All American on CW that routinely have 2 or more individuals watching an episode. Now group viewing has become an important available metric that can be aggressively marketed to. Something new in the media world is now seeing programming leaving the network media and crossing over to streaming to reach its audience. The most recent example is probably SEAL Team, which is moving from CBS to CBS's streaming network, Paramount Plus. CBS aggressively and clearly messaged the transition. How successful such streaming platforms perform, only time and good analysis will tell. Standalone programming is alive and well and being analyzed more and more frequently. ABC's The Rookie, CBS's Blue Bloods, and Fox's 9/11 continue to show very positive momentum. New programming choices like network primetime being dedicated to crossover trilogy series like CBS's FBI, NBC's Chicago is a strategy that's working. Viewers are starting and ending on the same network. Viewers like the continuity of the programming. Look for more of this. And as I close, information will be guiding more and more decision-making in television in the years to come. Like other industries we've seen, the winners will be those that embrace data and analytics and make informed and timely decisions.
That wraps up today's Research Business Daily Report. And as we mentioned at the start of the video, we hope you'll become one of our supporters, what we call an RBDR Patreon supporter, which means agreeing to provide a monthly contribution, usually via credit card. If you're an individual, we're talking about perhaps $5 or $10 a month. And if you're a company, $25 or more as a business. Both can help us maintain the excellence of this report. Now, what can we do to further get you to be a supporter if you haven't already been? Well, we hope that you will continue to watch RBDR with some regularity or even once in a while, because we know we're providing you with information you're just not going to find anywhere else. And so, if that is the case and you buy into the idea, please visit RBDR's exclusive crowdfunding platform at patreon.com/RBDR. When you get there, you can select whatever level of support is truly comfortable for you. And we thank you in advance for whatever that might be. We hope that you have a good research day. We will welcome you back here tomorrow. And until then, please stay safe.